Hi, my name is Nick. I'm going to show you Kumijo number 2 from Tori side and from Uke side, and also with a few hanka. So it's going to be a solo video, but I'm going to give you as much information as possible explaining how the Kumijo number 2 should be done. So I'm going to give you some details and hoping that this video will help you progress in your own Aikido journey. So thank you again for watching. So, Kumijo number 2. You start from this stance. What I think is extremely important is there must be a hanmi, a good kamae stance. Sometimes I see no stance, just standing like this, feet too close. In my view, this is my personal opinion, so you might disagree, but I believe there should be a little bit more a triangular shape ready for any incoming attack. Now Uke is in that position, so Uke has already the advantage because he's already ready for an attack to be launched and thrust toward my chest. So the best response I found for Kumijo number 2, it's going inside the center. When I mean inside the center is you don't step out of the line. It's more about deviating his thrust and remaining on his inside. Now, there's a slight pull, but it's a pull from the hip. So what happens is Tori will parry the jaw on the inside. So what happens is there's a slight pulling action of the jaw. What it shouldn't be is the extreme where Uke is thrusting and you retreat too far. You pull back and you retreat too far. What happens is you have lost the connection, or what you should be doing is when Uke thrusts, Tori parries and brushes the jaw ever so slightly. So the feeling is moving in a direction, but it is not a thrust and make that sound. It's more this feeling. And also it's remaining inside. So as far as Tori is concerned, Uke is stuck here. Tori has the advantage is on the inside to strike. If you retreat too far, you free the jaw and all the work you would have done would be quite in vain, because Uke could strike again and you would get something like this. So Uke thrust, is free, thrust again. And if you knock the jaw, you'll be tempting Uke to do something else, because the knock could be used as a spring. There are possibilities for Uke, but what I'm more interested in is getting Uke stuck, thrust, and it's on the inside. So that gives an advantage for Tori at this point. And Tori is gently twisting the hips and thrust immediately. Because the immediate thrust takes place, Uke is in a very uncomfortable place and decides to go under the jaw. And that is how Kumijo number 2 should take place in my view. So right there, I'll do it again from the start. Up. So uke will come down and we'll attempt to try do a yokomen gedan. So low strike to the side of my leg, and at this stage is I twist my body. What's important is I don't really move my back foot, is I twist my body with the hips and I parry the strike at an angle. So I protect my leg right here at an angle and my elbows stay low, my center stay low. What I don't want to do is turn around and lift my center up, because I'm doing it from the upper body. So strike and down. So I'm more centered and I'm using my hips more, connecting with the jaw. Now Uke sees another opening and he attempts to thrust at my chest. At this stage I move my left foot to my side away from the thrust, and what I do is I thrust his ribs, but this movement of a thrust is happening with the back leg and my right hand thrusting all at the same time, and a bit lower as a thrust. So you kind of go under him and you need to use the hips. So I do it again. So the feeling is, don't think of knocking the jaw, but more of brushing the jaw. Brushing the jaw, thrust, parry, thrust. This makes the technique a little bit more spontaneous, stronger, and one aspect of the Kumijo also is you should never try to do it in a choreographed way where Tori is going to do this, Uke is going to do that, without really understanding. It's better perhaps not to know the full sequence from here, but to really explore where the opening could be. As far as I'm concerned, if I am Uke, I don't really want to do a lot of movement. I just want to finish it off in one move, one thrust, and I give my best shot, but Tori has deviated my thrust and then forces me to step off that line. So I'm going under the jaw and I'm going to strike, and I'm going to show you in a moment. But you actually go for the attack and then see you being on the threat. You go under the jaw and with the attempt to strike his leg. So I'm going to show you Uke side. From Skino Kamae, thrust, and Tori deflected my jaw and is now on the inside. I feel threatened and I'm going in. So when I'm going in is I'm going under the jaw. So I have to lean to that side. And the way I do it also is I don't bring my elbows out. I keep my elbows in. Elbows in, I'm more connected with my body. And I'm going to try to attempt, well, I'm not going to try, I'm going to strike yokomen down. And notice my hamni is strong again. I'm striking down, but Tori blocks my strike. And I see now another opening with his chest, so I'm going for it. And Tori at the same time has thrust when I'm doing the last thrust, escaping my attack. And this is, in my view, a better way to perform Kumijo number 2 rather than doing it without really going for it. And then here, down, down, and thrust. Very easily, you could do these movements with no feeling. You've got to bring the inner feeling or spirit in your movement. So you've got to have that commitment. It's a lot better for Tori. It makes all the differences. I think it's very important to do it with spirit. If you just do the Kumijo as a physical form without putting the spirit and mind together, you're not going to get that exhausted. There is some form of exhaustion, mental exhaustion, because you're putting the focus into everything you do. And that is when you're practicing good Aikido and strong Aikido. So I'm going to show you some hanka, just a few possibilities that Tori can do. Strike to the head. Thrust to the chest. Strike to the head by stepping to the side. There are many, many ways, many possibilities. And you can throw uke by putting the jaw here, and uke does an umayukimi. We can do all those things, but most important is to get a good basic and a strong positioning of the hips, feet, and a good body movement, body movement, body movement, body movement. You don't want to do this type. Hands, thrust, block, and strike. You then go into something, and I exaggerated a bit, shoulders and arms doing the movement. It's more how does my body movement interact with Kumijo number 2. So there's no real hard knock-in. Uke comes in and you twist your hips, thrust, settle, thrust, all at the same time, and maintain a strong posture. Vishamni, fit together. If I don't hold the jaw, it'll be identical to doing Tano Hanko, for example, or any other techniques. Tenshinage, and going up. But the basic is always there. It's body movement. So a thrust comes in, already you could deflect the thrust, twisting your body and striking, which will be identical to this movement. It's important to get it right. It takes a lot of work to understand the body movement. Don't feel that Kumijo is all with the jaw itself. Arms, no. If you use this feeling, then you begin to use this feeling when you do Tai no Henko. This feeling, strong feeling. So you can see why Kumijo is important, because it helps get a strong posture but build the feeling so that our taijutsu is much stronger than just a taijutsu with the arms. It's more from here. So we move everything, feeling from the center, and body movement, specific body shape. There are specific reasons for doing this, because you're deflecting much more effectively. It's not deflecting too far. You step away and you've lost that connection. Anyway, I'd like to think this video has helped you to understand a little bit better the Kumijo number 2, and thank you again for watching.